Hi, I'm Justine Louise. Welcome to my channel. So today, if you haven't noticed, my face looks a little bit flat, as in no blush, no highlighter, no bronzer. That is because I am going to be unboxing and testing out the new Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush palette. And I have the citrus collection. So, just a little bit of background. I have tried quite a few Natasha Denona products, and unfortunately, they haven't really worked out for me. And it's just based on me. I'm just a novice makeup applicator, I guess, and I think her things are just a little bit more pro, I guess, and I kind of struggle sometimes with blending application and things like that. The colors I'm always so attracted to, as well as the palette and packaging, but they just tend to not really work for me as a novice makeup person. But it doesn't stop me from keep trying them. Now, when the blush palette came out, I was very intrigued. However, I have bought a blush before when you had the blush duos that she brought out, I think last year. They came to Sephora, and it was quite nice. I can't remember which color I had. I think it was the nude or something. And it was very, very pretty, but I just couldn't get past the smell. It kind of it reminded me of like old Revlon blushes, if you know what I'm talking about, from like the 70s or 80s, like when my mom had them. I don't know. That's kind of what it reminded me of, so I just couldn't really get past it, and the blush wasn't that great, so I ended up decluttering it. But I'm willing to try again, especially after seeing some reviews. And at first glance, when I saw the palette online, I was immediately interested in the Daria palette because I just assumed it was more for lighter skin tones. And then upon seeing more and more reviews, it looks like they're both universal palettes, and one's more of a cool tone and one's more of a warm tone. And I actually prefer warm tones, so I ended up with the citrus. So that's this here, and let's open up. I have opened it just to have a quick look to make sure it wasn't damaged, but I haven't touched it, swatched it, or anything like that. So it's this beautiful pink, looks kind of white on camera, but it's a very, very pale pink, Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush. I believe each one of the items are 7 grams, so it's quite a bit of product. I don't know about you guys, but I have a really hard time getting through an entire pan of product. There's something smudgy on there. So it comes with a beautiful, huge mirror, fabulous. And it comes with a little flap, which you've probably seen on other people's videos, to protect the cream products, which is nice. So this here is the Diamond. This is the cream blush, and this is the Glow. I don't know if I'm going to be crazy about this yellow, but we'll try it out. And then here is the Diamond Powders, the Diamond Blush, and the Glow Glow Extreme, sorry. So when I opened this yesterday to have a peek, I thought, I wonder if this is the same as her Glow palette. This one is called All Over Glow Face and Body Shimmer Powder. Now, I bought this a couple years ago, and I love it, but I find it's a little bit dark for my face. I ended up using it just as on my collarbones and shoulders in the summertime, and it's beautiful. So I'm going to quickly open this one and compare it to this enhanced powder and see if it's the same. So if you own this, you can know if it's kind of similar. And in the pan, it does look quite similar. And I will swatch both of them. So this one here is my original All Over Face and Body Glow. They feel nice and creamy and soft. Feel like the same formula, actually. So this is the Extreme. So it's definitely not as pigmented, which makes me happy, because I found this one was really dark on my face as a highlight. So there we go there. So good, I'm happy about that. So if you do own this and you're on the fence about buying this because you already have it, this is different. So I'm not quite sure how to start with this, but I am going to pin my hair. Just my haircut tends to come in my face. So I have seen people online use a multitude of tools to apply it, and what I've noticed a lot of people have ended up using are beauty blenders. So I think I'm going to start with that, especially with this Diamond Glow Cream base, because I'm going to try and use this as a bronzer. So that's this color right here, and I'm just going to tap in there, and this is just a regular beauty blender. So it's very subtle. I'm going to go in again because I'm even noticing not even a lot's coming on my beauty blender. And again, I'm not a makeup artist. This is all just trial and error for me. The only skills I have is experience. I have a lot of years of makeup experience because I've been wearing makeup since I was a wee one, if I could sneak it. So I really like it. It's a nice, warm, kind of a peachy color, and that's why I was really attracted to this. So I'm actually going to use this on both sides, and I'm going to use it the same way I would a bronzer, just to give my face a little bit of warmth. And it's going on beautifully. It blends beautifully. I notice a lot of, the big thing I have with bronzers that I struggle with is them blending nicely. I find they get so patchy and muddy on me. So yeah, I'm really enjoying using the beauty blender. And I love the color. It's a nice peachy, warm, with a tad bit of gold. I can't really see the gold in the pan, but I have really, really bright lights here too. So I'm just gonna keep going in. I love bronzer. A little bit up here. So this is a nice big sturdy palette. And one thing, this is the first time ever from Sephora, this was actually bubble wrapped tight. I know people have complained in the past that Sephora doesn't package their items very nicely. They will send you a big huge box with one thing in it and it's rattling and rolling around. This came all in bubble wrap, which is a first. Okay, so I'm really enjoying that. And I'm just applying this on foundation. I've done no powder except under my eyes, concealer, and that's it. So I'm just on a blank canvas, and I like it. Not super pigmented. That was the other thing I was really concerned about with this palette. It would be too pigmented for me. I find a lot of her products are super pigmented, and I don't know how to work with that. I'm just not skilled enough to blend things out and to get them precise in the first place when they're so pigmented. So this, I'm extremely happy. Just a little on my neckline. Yeah, I really like it. Very subtle, just so you know. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is go into this blush, and it says it's a cream blush, and yeah, it is, has a bit of dew to it. So I'm going to go in with the bottom of my beauty blender, and I'm just going to put it on this side, and then I will do the powder one on this side, just so I can do a little bit something different. So I hope this isn't super pigmented. No? Reminds me a lot of the color of the NARS Orgasm blush. I do own that, but I don't really gravitate towards it. I don't know if it just doesn't really blend nicely or just too bright for me. But this is just right. I do have a lot of large pores in this area, and I can still see them, but it's not crazy. So just a little on the apple of my cheek. And I like the technique with this beauty blender. I've never used blushes with beauty blender, but I don't really have a lot of cream blushes, so I tend to stick with brushes. Okay, so I'm going to try the powder version on this cheek, and I'm going to use a brush this time. And this time I'm going to use a Real Techniques brush. Just so you know, I don't have the most fantastic brush collection. I've just kind of accumulated brushes over the years, and I really like the Real Techniques ones. They're synthetic bristles because I don't like using animal hair if I can avoid it, and they're inexpensive. So I don't really invest a whole lot in blushes. So you can see there it doesn't pick up a lot. I hate big apple bright cheeks. So there we go. Oh my goodness, I love that. It's got like a gold. Oh, I love it. It's a duochrome, which I normally do not like on eyes anyway, but this is a duochrome blush, and it's gold and peach and pink, and it's just exquisite. I have a Tom Ford like that, but it's too light. It's very, very peach, so I have to apply a ton of it, and then it ends up being too much gold. There's just not enough peach that comes through. Oh my god, I love that. Okay, I like it. I'm actually having some success. This month has been a lot of fails for me. I will be posting at the end of the month favorites and fails, and unfortunately I've just struggled with so many products this month. Wow, I love this. I really, really love it. I wonder if you can use these on lips. I'm going to put some on my lip a little, the cream one. I have the lip allergies. This is the last thing I should be doing, but I love this color. There we go. Okay, so do I dare using this yellow? Okay, I'm going to use this one on this side of my face, and I'm going to use this one on this side of my face, and then I'll end with that one, and we'll see what happens. So here's our Rihanna, Fenty by Rihanna highlighter brush. So I did invest in an expensive brush. I just couldn't resist because I love the pink. It's not the best brush in the world, but I like it, and it's super soft. It feels like my cat. So this side here, I'm using the diamond powder. I do see a lot of glitter. I'm just going to grab my magnifying mirror. Very, very faint glitter. It's not chunks of glitter at all. I love subtle highlights just because I have so much large pores right here, and I'm starting to get fine lines around my eyes. So if it picks up any of that, it just sinks into my lines and just emphasizes them. So I tend to avoid that. Oh yeah, I like it. So on this side, I'm going to go in with the Glow Extreme. This one is supposed to give you that wet look. I've seen other YouTubers. Oh yeah, that's glowy. Okay, I really like that. I like this side. So that was the oh gosh, that was the powder blush and this highlight. So that those two are my real standouts, and I do like this as a bronze. I don't know if it's really dark enough to be a bronze, but it's not. I'm so pale right now, it's fine, and it blends really nicely. Like I said, I'm having a lot of problems finding products to blend. Oh, I really like that, and I like this on my lips. I really like this palette. Wow, I really, really like it. So last but not least, I'm going to go for it and try this Duo Glow. So I'm using a Glow Minerals blush. Glow Minerals is a, they sell it at dermatologist's office, kind of like Jane Iredale. So I've bought quite a few products from there. When I go to the dermatologist, I always pick up a little something. They have some really nice brushes, and again, these are synthetic, so I like that. And I like this duo-ended one. Half of it's contour and the other half is highlight. So let's try this yellow. It's not too yellow, so I don't think I'll use it much. But it's not too bad. It's not a bright picking up yellow or gold like the, I need to smooth it out a little. The, was it Rihanna that brought out that solid gold one? I don't really like, that's a little bit too fancy for me. I was clubbing. There, I've smoothed it out a little. I can see more in my magnifying mirror. So it's very, very subtle. You can't really see a yellow cast or a gold cast. And it's subtle enough for me. I'm not into heavy, glamorous makeup. I just like soft, subtle. And today I purposely did soft, subtle eyes and a neutral lip because I wasn't quite sure how this was going to turn out. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. So I'm going to use, I didn't really bring anything to do my brow bone, so I think I'm just going to use my finger, and I'm going to go in the basic one, the diamond powder. Just a little teeny tiny. Maybe a little down my nose. Sorry, I probably should have put that on silent. Yeah, it's very, very subtle, but glowy. It's not too, kind of like how Becca is, but even Becca sometimes I find they are a little bit glittery and they do settle in my lines, so I have to be very, very careful with them. This one, I don't think I was super careful, especially because I'm filming, so it's a little difficult and it's not something I'm super confident doing. But I'm extremely happy with this look. I'd probably go in a little bit heavier with this next time, but it's nice that you can just build and build and build, and it doesn't then start getting cakey and too heavy. Sometimes when I use too many products, like if I use a finishing powder, a setting powder and a finishing powder, it's too much and it tends to get too cakey and too much on my skin and start showing my pores and texture. But this is lovely. I'm actually going to put a little bit more of this, and I'm going to do both sides just to even it out a little. The cream one is also really nice, and it does dry down nice and dry. It's not too wet where you put powders on top and then they kind of stick. Okay, I'm loving it, and I love this on my lips. I love the palette. I love the packaging. The mirror is just fantastic. And now I'm just going to look in my magnifying mirror just to make sure. Yeah, I love it. I'm so happy I bought this. Okay, it was definitely worth the splurge. There's a ton of products in there that you can mix and match, and like I've done, I've even put it on my lips. I'm sure I could put some of these products on my eyes, but I need to go through the ingredients and make sure, because I'm allergic to a couple of things, like Lanolin and Aloe I can't put on my eyes. But anyway, I love it, so let me look somewhat normal, maybe. Okay, so final thoughts. I love this palette. I highly recommend it, especially if you like warm, peachy kind of colors. Do you need it? Probably not, but does anybody? But if you love Natasha Denona, this is definitely a hit as far as her products. I've looked on Sephora as well, and everybody seems to be raving about it. I haven't seen one negative review yet, even though it is quite new. I have watched several YouTube videos as well, and everybody is giving it good reviews. I haven't seen one yet, although there aren't a ton out yet, but everyone I've seen so far that has reviewed it has given it a thumbs up, and I am doing the same. So anyway, I love the palette and I highly recommend you trying it. So thank you so much for joining me today and watching me try to attempt to put on makeup on camera. Again, please bear with me. I'm a novice. Well, not a novice because I do have a lot of experience, but I am no makeup artist by any means. So thank you for your patience. If you like the video, please click like, and if you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button, and don't forget the notification bell so you keep up to date with all my latest videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.